Hey, Connor. In listening to guys talk today, and even Dave Tippett, in terms of what you guys were expecting from yourselves coming into tonight after the delay, I don't know, it seemed like you hoped the energy would be there, but necessarily weren't 100% sure. What did you think of the way the group came out after the layoff?
You know what? I thought our first period was just okay. I think we were kind of getting our feet going again. I thought Smee did a great job early on, kind of holding us in, and we had a couple chances, and when you have chances that early and you haven't played in a long time, it can feel a bit awkward. So but their guy made some saves too. So I thought I liked our game as we got into the second period and the third.
How important do you think this win could be for your group? Standings aside, I mean, this is a team you could face in the playoffs. This is a team that, you're fighting for better positioning with, and you beat them soundly like this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a massive win. Anytime you're coming down the stretch and you're playing teams ahead of you, you want to beat them and tighten the gap. So, tonight was a big win for that. There's teams underneath that are playing well. You look at Calgary; they've strung a couple in a row and are making a push. So we can't just float our way into the playoffs. We got to put a couple wins together.
Daniel Nugent-Bowman, The Athletic.
Hi, Connor. You guys as a team had a ton of chances the first two periods against Connor Hellebuck, who was only 1-0 heading into the third, but you guys kept with it. How much do you think this game should provide the template for you guys heading down the final stretch and into the playoffs here?
That was a good win. I think anytime you can replicate a win like tonight, it's going to be a good thing. So we should take a lot of lessons from tonight and keep in our game moving forward.
Dave Tippett last Saturday being what it was, he said that's a game you want to burn the game tape. Is tonight the one that you bookmark or what have you and watch over and over again to take lessons from, you think?
Yeah, I think, like I said earlier, there's lots of good things that happened tonight. I thought up and down throughout our lineup was, everyone was solid. Guys were creating chances. You look at what Nye did, using his speed and creating, a power play, and that ends up being the game-winning goal. So those things are massive throughout a game, and especially a tight checking one like they are going to be down the stretch and in the playoffs.
Mark Spector, Sportsnet.
Connor, on Puljujarvi's goal, you and Leon, you were grinding it out along the boards, both of you, battling guys, getting cross-checked, a couple of offensive zone turnovers. That's not those aren't plays that you and Leon always made, but now you're both real good at it, and it's creating offense. Is that is that growth in your game? Is that something that an older player figures out how to do? What is that?
Sorry, you cut out there for a sec. You're talking about battling for chances?
Yeah, like in the Puljujarvi goal, right?
Yep.
You and Leon both battled.
Yeah. I mean, I think, you got to battle out there in the D zone especially. But, I think a lot of times when you get into the offensive zone, you can take the foot off the gas and you think it's going to be easy. But, you got to think, they're in the D zone and battling just as hard. So, you got to outwork guys sometimes and work for your chances. I thought, we did a good job of that tonight, and Jess did a good job of staying open and putting away a good chance there.
So the coaching staff talked about, you had some practices, and Dave was really big on this last 14 games. We got to establish some things in our game. I'm sure they coached the heck out of you the last few days. And then you come out and play a complete game like this all the way through. That's got to be a big confidence builder in everybody that, the system works when you use it properly. Is that fair?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, anytime you have a couple of days off, you can kind of regroup and look at your game and tweak the things that need to be tweaked and build on the things that you like. And I thought, Tip and the coaching staff did a good job of that this week. I thought the players did a good job of buying in practice and working hard and keeping ourselves ready and coming out and getting rewarded for it.
Derek Van Dies, Post Media.
Hey, Connor. Just back to Jesse here. He hadn't been scoring a lot of goals lately, but how big was this goal for him? And what else had he been doing on that line if he wasn't scoring?
Well, he obviously works hard. And he keeps pucks alive. He's a big man. He gets in on the forecheck and He's got a long reach, and he uses it to kind of poke pucks and give us a chance to forecheck them back. So he's definitely a good player, and it hasn't been going in for him, but doesn't mean he hasn't had his looks. So good for him to pot one tonight.
And Chase on the power play, getting that tip, that was big for him too. What does he provide at that front net front presence for you guys on that power play?
Well, I think you can almost credit him for 2 goals. I think Tice obviously has a great shot back there, but I'm not sure that goes in without Chaser being a big man in front. So that's just as good as scoring a goal. So you don't see it on the stat line, but that's a massive play for us. And then obviously the third one there, tipping it in, shows his good hands for a big man.
Your Matheson, Post Media.
Connor, you talked about the shots from Barry. It seemed to me that because Winnipeg was maybe trying to cut away that pass from yourself over to Leon, you had to get the puck back to the point, and that opens things up too with the shot from the point, because the Jets can't just watch Leon. Is that too simplistic?
No, I think you're bang on there. The Jets' kill is probably a little more passive than the ones we usually see. They don't extend their forwards, so it's tough to kind of get underneath them and make plays. So when you're doing that, you gotta stay above them and pass it above them and shoot pucks. And I think Leo had 5 good looks from that one side, and Tice had a couple of good looks from up there. So we're a power play that's going to take what you give us, and that's what they wanted to give us. So I thought we did a good job capitalizing.
And one other question: when Nugent Hopkins got hurt and wasn't going to play, most of us thought they'd split up the line and put Leon back at center. And Dave Tippett said, "No, I still kind of like that line with you and Leon together." Were you hoping that that you stay together, or do you just figure because you're playing the Jets and they got a bigger center group, second and third line? That's just what I was wondering if you might
yeah. I mean, they got they're as deep up front as any team around the league. So they're a tough matchup for any team. But when you're missing a player like Nuge, it's obviously especially tough. But I thought all 4 lines did a great job, especially the 2, 3, and 4. I thought they did an amazing job of keeping momentum, limiting their chances, creating their own chances, and drawing penalties. I thought they did an amazing job. As for playing with Leo, I obviously love it. It's something that it's a lot of fun. So anytime you get to keep doing that, it's fun.